Hello everyone, this is JB the Live here. Uh, the channel. Okay, if you know about the topic of the video, because of course you do, this is AI. I watch videos about AI over here, and I've been interested about the domain of AI to the point of AI won't do anything. AI is at minimum currently is fraud and a scam. AI is basically starting to get intelligent, or AI is about to dominate in the world and basically control the human race in about 2 to 5 years. Uh, you kind of get a lot of the diversity of opinions. There's a few in between those four, but this kind of line, I might put a line graph over here right now, may be true or not. Who knows? Only the future can tell. But even the average person should be interested about AI. If you know the thing that just passed, there was a thing that used to have a bill where you couldn't regulate AI for 10 years. But let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about the AI future itself. I'm currently in the opinion that AI has, of course, amazing potential. But it first has to fix a few problems. It doesn't work in real space. It doesn't work in real space. And if you wonder what I'm saying is automated robots, automated devices, automated cars, automated anything. Every time I hear real big news about it, it's mostly the limitations of the technology. Or they said they had a huge break in technology, but it was found out that it was all faked by heavy human help. Currently, in AI's state of development, it's a very, very powerful algorithm tool that could effectively control the internet as we know it. And the internet is a huge, major part of the global economy. So that is very powerful. But but in some place of AI future interpretation, I still haven't clearly seen AI fully break into the point where it can actually reasonably control itself. There are sometimes AI automated cars and vehicles, but a lot of times it really needs human help, and it's intensive in order to get it to be able to go through roads and go back and forth, A and B, to a certain location, because you have to scan the entire road and data and traffic and details and potential collisions and potential outcomes, and then have the AI. Already, AI isn't AI. It's a large language model. Most people don't really get the difference. Here's a simple thing. Large language models are essentially very sophisticated algorithms. These algorithms potentially are able to predict the future of the current output. If you wonder why artists get so mad, it's because you need to have input in order to it to recombine all possible outcomes it knows into potential other outcomes, and recombine that and then figure out which is the most likely outcome out of all of those outcomes in basically doing that. Which is why it needs to be trained so it can figure out what it needs to do by mostly pure luck. Eventually, you whittle down until one algorithm is just very efficient at doing what you want. And that's why training data and training is so important if you hear anything about AI scientists or AI slob. Uh, so to simplify that, to fully explain this entire process, they're essentially very, very sophisticated algorithms that can predict the future of a next step depending on how much it knows. I currently don't see them breaking through as easily as life is in physically adapting to a 3D environment out of a computer. It can't not touch grass. I'm not saying it won't. Of course, if you're gonna listen to all those people that talk about how AI is going to change the world in like 10 years or less, you know that AI has broken through other barriers before. And the barriers that it's currently experiencing right now, it's breaking through now. But it's not fully broken through the barrier that I think the people on about so we're like, well, I'll have a little clicker or whatever like point to the graph. The more people positive about AI over to the other side of the graph kind of overestimates how hard that would probably be. And if it doesn't, and if it's not able to do that, I don't really think it's able to gain a fully god level intellect. If it's not able to walk around. Hey, it's me, but if it cannot juggle around balls and how do I say this? It's omnipotent. How you're omnipotent and you can't juggle around ball, juggle or walk while carrying a basketball or something. I'll probably show examples on the screen. I'm tired. So I don't really get how good the AI would be. I'm not saying I don't really deny it, but I feel like some other people economically benefit from AI continuing to get money pumped into it, and some are just a little bit too over energized and have opinions about AI development. It's like I don't want to say anything, but other than things that have been basically not beneficially good at all, most of the time AI has been just slop, cheating, and scams. Oh, and the devaluation of art. There have been a few things, but it's basically because scientists or whatever have been using them as essentially a very powerful algorithm to keep track and organize data on scales that they wouldn't be able to do by themselves. Well, in a small amount of time. I feel like the people across the other side are kind of getting a little too much about this, especially with how much money is in it and everything. This might not even be uploaded, but if it is, yeah, I'm just a little bit tired. I've been stuttering more than I was trying, but yeah. That's why I feel like AI won't ascend, or will humanity, or whatever I make the title of. So, boop. I was tired before, but this is a little quick announcement. I don't mean that humanity will not have an extremely powerful AI that will fundamentally change how everything in course of human history works. But in some opinions and some takes, I can switch between a little bit more moderate version of AI, especially how it has not really benefited the average economy, that economy for the average person, yet. So yeah, it's not really benefit for the average person except for potentially losing their jobs. So that's where the little bit of speculation comes in.